Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 18th day of June. Here we go. Well, we had told you that we discussed just yesterday the halacha of desserts and whether you make a bracha on them at the end of a meal. And generally, the rule was, you go back and check, but the general rule we said was that for things like fruit, borei pri ha'etz, or hadama type of desserts, often the bracha is going to be separate and away from the meal. It's not part of the meal, and it gets its own bracha. But today we need to discuss cake eaten at the end of the meal. Basically, it's a large argument, and that's because there's bread, that's called pas, and there's pas haba b'kisnin, which, now that's the debate, what pas haba b'kisnin really is. It might mean pocket bread, things like pies. It might mean bread that's very, very crunchy, like pretzels. It might mean cake. Whatever it is, the question is, if we really knew what pas haba b'kisnin really was, and we were certain that you were eating pas haba b'kisnin, it would be separate. It would surely be not included in your hamotzi at the beginning of your meal, and it would get its own separate mazonos bracha at the end of the meal. The only question is, the type of mazonos dessert that you're eating at the end of your meal, we're not certain if it falls into that category of pas haba b'kisnin or not. Some say that pas haba b'kisnin is hard, crunchy dough, like pretzels. Some say that pas haba b'kisnin is cake, like a good, juicy chocolate cake. And some say that it's pies that have a crust with some fruit filling. So the bottom line is, we're not sure. Whenever we're not sure, we always paskin, we say, safek brachos lahakel. When we're not sure whether to make a bracha or not, we need to be lenient. Since we're not sure, and it's very possible that the cakes or stuff that we eat at the end of a meal that's mazonos, as dessert, might fall under the bread category, therefore a lot of people say don't make a separate bracha on the mazonos dessert that you're eating, because it might not be necessary. It might have fallen under the bread category at the beginning of the meal, since this stuff that you're eating might not be the real pas haba b'kisnin, it might fall into the bread category. If I've confused you, the bottom line is this: it's questionable whether or not to make a bracha on the mazonos dessert at the end of a meal. One good solution, if you want to know something that would help avoid the confusion, is some say that if when you make the hamotzi at the beginning of the meal, you say, hamotzi lachem min haaretz, and I have in mind when I make this bracha to eat bread, and also I'm including in this bracha the cake kind of thing that I'm eating in my dessert, that would make it more certain that a mazonos is not necessary on your mazonos dessert, because you somewhat more included it in your hamotzi bracha at the beginning of the meal. So, bottom line is, most people say don't be so quick to make a mazonos bracha on your mazonos dessert at the end of your meal. Discuss it more with your rabbi for your particular type of mazonos desserts, and now you're a little more educated on this complex topic. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.